Hello, and welcome back to Chapter 3 of the Crucible Chronicles. In this chapter, we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to be playing with a deck I recently opened. This particular deck hasn't been doing super well for me, so my thought is, let's see if we can get a win with it. So this chapter is going to be as many parts as it takes us to get a win with this deck. And let's get started with taking a look at the deck we're going to be playing. So this is Halverson of Garwich Crag. As you can see, to the astute observer, we are currently 0-10 with this deck. And before we hop into a game, I'm just going to talk through kind of some of the issues I've been having with it so far. If you take a quick look, you'll note that the Ember Control isn't amazing. We have Interdimensional Graft, which is a great card. That basically takes all the opponent from your opponent after they forge a key, but it's easy enough to play around. We have Wild Spirit and Fetch Drones. So Wild Spirit essentially adds a reap ability to a creature to capture one. And then the Fetch Drones is an artifact in Logos. Discard the top 2 cards of your deck for each Logos card discarded. A friendly creature captures 2. So it's not necessarily reliable, but potentially you can capture 4 Ember from your opponent if you get lucky. The last thing that we have is Overrun, which essentially requires 3 creatures to be destroyed on your turn, and then your opponent loses 2 Ember. So this, I feel like, is a little bit situational. Instrument of Silence is pretty good, and the Fetch Drones could be good, except for there's kind of one key problem. If you note, there are 8 artifacts in this deck, and of these 8 artifacts, if you count them up real quick, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including the Crazy Killing Machine. So 6 of the artifacts in this deck are in Logos, which essentially means we only have another 6 cards of Logos in this deck for Fetch Drones to proc off of. And I think 5 of them are creatures, which isn't to say these are always on the board, but this one probably is. The Reassembling Automaton hardly ever leaves the board once it's out. So it's pretty unlikely that you're mid to late game going to get any value out of Fetch Drones. Also, the logo seems to, like, the only time you ever play it is to just like get a bunch of artifacts out of your hand. So I've been having some issues with that. The Brobnar has some dudes which we can get pretty big, which I think could be pretty useful. I think that's part of why I'm not sure if this would be a great reversal deck. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into our first game and see if maybe this will just be a 1-part chapter, and wouldn't that just be lovely? All right, let's hop into it. Playing against Lunar. Let's go ahead and toss down our usual greeting. We got 2 Hysterias, 2 Control the Weaks. Bait and Switch, a couple Silver Tooths. Wow, 3 Wild Wormholes, Harlan Mindlock, Skippy Time Hog. All right, I should probably mention that so far we've played against some real slamming decks. So it'll be curious. I'll be curious to see what kind of our matchup is like right now. I think our average deck right now is rated over 70 that we've played against. Keeping in mind, I think this is rated at a 56. Not that rating is everything. I've got a deck that's a 53 that I think has only lost once. So that's pretty decent. Let's see. So we got the Maul. I kind of want to get something out to put this Instrument of Silence on, so I think we'll go Brobnar. Put down some big dudes. Alright, this could be decent. Actually, a pretty decent setup to have Mog Hunter out for the Wild Spirit. Although we could also put out Molfin. Okay, Naughty the Thief. Alright, well this is a pretty good counter for us now. So we'll play out Molfin. I think we'll play to the left because we do have 2 Gengar Chieftains. We might be able to get a cheeky fight off of Mega Shorty. Instrument of Silence, I think we'll put on Mega Shorty. Wild Spirits, we can put this on Molfin. Like, Molfin isn't very big, and they do have at least a Pawn Sacrifice. I think I'll put it onto the Mog Hunter. And then we'll go ahead and hit Punctuated Equilibrium. See if we can't get some more cards going. Oh, this is just lovely. Grasping Vines to put away that Subtle Maul. I'll put out a tree. I don't think we're going to be in a position to use this key charge, so I'm just going to discard it. Be some of the best this deck is lined up so far for us. Molfen is pretty nice against the steel. Oh yeah, Hysteria, that works. That works. I think we probably go back to Untamed here. We'll Grasping Vines that Dominator Bauble again. Play out the tree and Molfen. I'm a little bit sad because the Instrument of Silence and Wild Spirit would have been pretty good for us. But alas, is not meant to be. Oh, they should probably get a bit. Oh, Speed Sigil, very interesting. Very interesting indeed. What are we looking at in terms of stealing? We got Magda, Naughty, Bait and Switch. Alright, so they're going to go with the steal. Alright, well I guess we go Brobnar. Bummer, Overrun won't work. That's fine though. We'll just do this, and opponent steals 2. That's fine. Killed the 1. We'll play out, I guess, Mega Shorty. We'll Reap, so it gets enraged. Play out the Mega Gengar Chieftain. Deal 2 back. Play out the Mog Hunter. Question here is, do we hold on to this Overrun? We can potentially actually get some benefit out of this. So, and I definitely seem to struggle with Emerald Control in this deck, so maybe we'll hold on to this for now. All right, then. So we got another area. So if I go Brobnar, I can place 1 down, Reap, 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 so I can get 3. Seems pretty good. What's my other option? Well, I don't think Molson is actually helping me that much, so I will put down Gron. We'll Reap down the Gengar Chieftain to ready Gron. Reap. Put down the Mega Gengar Chieftain. Reap there. Put down Mega Shorty and Mog Hunter. And end our turn. Yes. Oh, I should have flamethrowed. Used the flamethrower on Gron before I put out the Gengar Chieftain. That would have been a smart idea. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me. So we've seen both the Hysterias. We have yet to see a Control the Weak. Bait and switch. Ah, so they did have it. Oh, my reassembling automaton. Rude. Deal 2 damage to a flank creature. Oh, this is so weak over here. I guess I can get this out to reap. So maybe we do that. We'll put out the tree in Molfin, and we'll reap. So that puts us on to check. We can't get them off check, but that's fine. Hopefully we got a big enough Brobnar board here that it's not going to be too much of an issue. Pawn sacrifice. So taking out the Molfin, probably. Molfin and putting some damage on Mega Shorty, that'd be my guess. Interesting. Ron. I don't know why they would have done that. Harlan Minelock. Very interesting. Yeah, that is pretty interesting. We'll go Brobnar. We'll flamethrow right there. Put the tree back. Mega Shorty fighting to Dexter. We'll go ahead and reap. I don't think we can get penalized right now for having a boatload ember, but we'll find out. We'll find out shortly. Some Brobnar dudes. Ah, our first brew. Alright, I think they're maybe trying to cycle. Keep your time, Hog. Cannot use any cards next turn. That is pretty big. Pretty big play. Especially for a deck that has no damage. No, like, direct damage. Oh, we did it. We got our first key. So we can't use creatures next turn. That's fine. So let's go Logos, and we'll just play out some stuff. Oh, they took out our Mega Shorty. When did they do that? Crazy Killing Machine, maybe? Yeah, there it was. There it was. Alright, I imagine we're going to get hit with a Control the Weak this turn. Probably into... what? Untamed? Actually, Logos would be a good call too. Yeah, into Logos. That seems to be a pretty good play. I think we... Oh, that's interesting. They do have the Ember Imp out. I guess we'll just put Overrun there. We can Crazy Killing Machine first. Got a Laka. Rude, man. Rude. What else did we play this turn? That's not what I want to look at. We've archived Crazy Killing Machine. Could wipe the board again. I think they're probably going to control the weakest again. So I don't know what I want to do here. I mean, I could Volcano, but that's going to hurt me a lot more. We'll Reap with that to play Chieftain's Brew on the Quant. And then call that good. Suppose I could have put something in on the Pocket Universe. Dealing some more damage to Gron. Oh my goodness, so much. Cool, we're getting our second key. We'll go Brobnar. And we'll grab our archives. Here's the deal. I could kill all these with a Volcano. What does this say? 3 or more creatures have been destroyed. Enemy creatures have been destroyed this turn. Your opponent loses 2. I can play that. Gain 1 there. Too bad I don't have a creature to put out. Let's do this. We'll Reap. We'll Reap. We'll Reap. We'll Reap. We'll Volcano. And then Overrun, so they lose 2. You want to end your turn. Pretty positive. So they do have that Dexter, obviously. So, and we've basically run out of all of our Ember control. Relentless Whispers. Yeah. Yep. They got us. They got us again. Camouflage. Dang. We must have just moved right on by our fetch drones. I think we had it in our earlier hand. Well, let's at least make it interesting. We only have one non-Logos creature, or one non-Logos action. Suppose they had the skeleton key too. So we'll just go Untamed. Play that duder out. Camouflage on the Quant. Reap the fittest. And there you have it. So, this won't be a single part episode, or a single episode chapter. Yeah, that'll be it for this first episode. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll be putting some more episodes, particularly in this chapter, out until hopefully we can come out with a W. I'll see you next time.